Final score 34-32. Player of the game, Luke Altmyer. Most beloved man in Champaign, Illinois. That's one David Olano, who kicks the game-winning field goal for the Fighting Illini to get the win 34-32 over USC. And just an absolutely crazy game of emotions, highs and lows, of belief, positivity, and then disbelief and negativity. There were so many things in this game as an Illinois fan that you're just like, yeah, this is exactly what we needed. And then you're saying, how are we regressing back to this? What an insane game. My name is JR, and I'm with you here on Talk Illini, here with the Orange and Blue News, Illinois site for the On3 network. What a fantastic game. We're going to get into it all, but first and foremost, we have to talk about David Olano hitting the game-winning field goal in this game. Caden Fagan and the boys got him down there, but it was the 41-yard field goal by David Olano that wins the game for the Fighting Illini, and what seemed like a season, a hopes saving game, right? This isn't just a season saving game. This is the season where you have the hopes of, can we make it to the playoffs? Can we take that next step as a program where we're not just happy with being a bowl team, but we are saying we can achieve more than that. We can not just contend in the Big Ten and be up there with the 4 or 5 best teams in the conference, but we can also make it to the playoffs and have that be a real expectation for the team. Now, I have no idea if this team's going to make the playoffs or not this year, but what I can tell you is the hope for that happening is still alive after this game. I mean, let's just go through the stats really fast, and then we'll kind of go through the game. Luke Altmyer, I said he's the player of the game, and honestly, I don't really know who else you can pick in this one. He goes 20 of 26, 328 yards. I have it here on the screen next to me for you if you'd like to see. He has 2 touchdown passes, but he also catches a touchdown as well from one Hank Beatty. There was a 3-yard pass there at the beginning of the game. Just a special game for Luke Altmyer. Hank Beatty, like I said, 1 for 1, 3 yards, and that touchdown pass goes to Luke Altmyer. Caden Fagan and Khalil Valentine, they combined for over 100 yards on the day. Fagan was 14 attempts for 60 yards. Valentine was 8 attempts for 59 yards, and both of them had a fumble. Both of them lost a fumble in this one. Now, I think the first fumble was kind of screwy. I didn't think that was really a fumble on the goal line. However, it did happen, and you have to live with it, and you have to respond to it. And speaking of response, that's one of the biggest things about this game for Illinois is how they responded after coming off that terrible loss to Indiana, where honestly you just felt like, okay, on to basketball season, right? You felt that loss, you saw that, and you thought, all right, football season's over, let's look ahead to basketball a little bit, whether it was fair or not. But this team came out, they responded, and they showed that this isn't a program that's just all basketball anymore. This is a football program as well. This is a program that the fans can rely on both. Brett Bielema getting his guys ready for this game, responding is fantastic. We'll talk more about it after we go through the wide receivers here. Hank Beatty, 6 receptions. Boy, is he good. He was targeted 8 times for 81 yards. Caden Fagan did have the touchdown catch, 3 catches for 67 yards. Of course, that was on that one big play that he had. And then also Colin Dixon, he had another big play as well, targeted 4 times in this game, 4 catches overall. Let's go ahead and go to those big plays, because that was really a big part of this game, was the big plays. And we'll kind of look at both sides. We'll talk about USC here in a second and kind of what happened there. But this was a game filled with big plays, moving the ball down the field methodically from time to time, but a lot of times it was these big plays that really put it together for the teams. You had it late in the game, 4 passes of 20 yards or more. The no huddle pass from Luke Altmyer that was just kind of to Jayden Maiava out in the flat, but he takes it, runs, gets the edge, and doesn't look back. He had the speed to get by everybody. Nobody was catching him. Luke Altmyer, he completes the pass to Hank Beatty, who gets some yak on that one and has the big gain for 32 yards. Luke Altmyer, again, the pass to Justin Bowick in this one. I'm sorry. The pass to Justin Bowick was the short one where he got some yak after it, and he got a touchdown in that one as well. And then finally, like I said, the Colin Dixon one, which you thought, okay, Colin Dixon got it. You're in the red zone. We're going to make this happen. And ultimately, it was the fumble later in that drive that really put the game into question and made you wonder, is this game going to go Illinois' way or not? Personally, I think USC was pretty stupid for scoring so quickly. Right after the 2-minute warning, they go to Mekhi Lemon into the end zone, and honestly, it was something that was there. If you looked at it pre-snap, right, Henkel was on him in the slot, and Henkel has not been very good since Xavier Scott has been out. That's definitely a weak part of the secondary right now, and so they went after him, and Mekhi Lemon made the catch and got the touchdown. But you left Luke Altmyer and the boys just little under 2 minutes left, and you would think, okay, Brett Bielema is going to come out throwing. He's going to try to move the ball down the field. That last drive there, play by play. Let's look at it. That last drive, they run the ball to get the ball to the the right side of the field so they can set up a 41-yard field goal for David Olano. Jayden Maiava rushed for 9 yards. It was a short pass to Jayden Maiava for 0 yards, and then a rush 8 yards, and then a pass complete to Colin Dixon. Short little one there, or a pass to Colin Dixon, but was pass interference. I apologize. That got them a little bit closer. And then Luke Altmyer rushes it, and then Jayden Maiava rushes it for 6 yards, and then 0 yards, and then Jayden Maiava again for 3 yards to set up the field goal. They got it ready. They were there, and David Olano kicks it through the uprights. Just a fantastic job of managing the clock, managing the game. This is the kind of stuff when people say, like, oh yeah, Illinois got lucky and won some close games there at the end. People don't actually watch Illinois that say that. People don't actually watch Brett Bielema and understand who he is when they say that kind of stuff. And honestly, this was a game when it came down to the one score, you were super confident in Brett Bielema because Lincoln Riley can't win a one-score game to save his life, but Brett Bielema does them Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every single day of the week because it's who he is. It's the way he coaches. It's the way his guys are. And the thing I loved most about this final drive was they leaned on the offensive line. Too much before this game, you saw the offensive line going side to side. Now, I understood it a little bit with like moving the pocket and stuff like that, but especially in the run game, as much as they were kind of moving side to side and kind of like let a gap develop and have your running back hit it, there was some of that that I could have understood. But at the end of the day, this is an offensive line full of maulers. This is an offensive line full of guys that are just wanting to smash the dudes in front of them. And that's exactly what they did in this game. They got back to basics. They ran the ball between the tackles and they said, we're going to push you back. And they got excellent push on this USC defensive line that has been much, much better this season than it has been in years past. Don't get fooled. Don't watch this game and be like, okay, the offensive line was okay because this USC. No, this USC defensive line has been really good this season, and they haven't played nobodies. They did play Michigan State, and sure, Purdue, they played them, but Purdue's better. We'll talk about them in a second because that's the next game for Illinois. But holy cow. What a job by Illinois. What a job by Brett Bielema. Major props to the offensive line. You still could have seen a little bit better play from them in this one. But overall, just awesome job by the offensive line. By Illinois, Brett Bielema, the guys. I mean, we haven't even talked about the defense hardly at all yet. You had one sack in this game for Illinois. It was a combination of Gabe Yakus and James Thompson Jr., but this Illinois defense Although leaky at times in the past game, this was still a good Illinois defense. So they did allow 364 yards passing to Jayden Maiava, 126 yards on the ground. But overall, this was a good performance by the Illinois defense as well, because this is a USC offense that nobody has been really able to stop this season. This is the lowest point total that USC has scored this year. They did score 33 against Purdue. They did put up 45 against Michigan State. Those defenses are nowhere near you, but for you to have the turnovers that you did and still hold USC's offense to the lowest point total of the season is fantastic. USC was not gifted, but USC did get 10 points off of turnovers in this one. And the time of possession, Illinois, if you would have told me Illinois was going to lose the time of possession in this game, I'd have said, that's not very good. But they obviously were able to get through it and get the win in this one. 4 tackles for loss by this Illinois defense, 500 total yards. This game was one where they got the turnovers and they capitalized on them, right? But this was also a game where it was just better than USC. That's one of the things that annoys me the most, and I think annoys some Illinois fans as well, is when people say, they just got turnovers. That's a huge part of the game. What are you talking about? When people try to run this narrative of like, well, Illinois just gets turnovers, and that's how they win. Yeah, they get turnovers, but they're also the better team. Duke fans and people trying to say, oh, yeah, they just got turnovers. They weren't actually the better team on the field. Give me a break. That's just completely ridiculous. And they showed it in this one that they were still the better team, even when you had 2 turnovers by both teams. Really, really, really tough there. So USC, they get the turnover. They got 2 turnovers. Illinois got 2 turnovers in this game. Jayden Maiava throws his first pick of the season, and Waymon Jordan, of course, the fumble that he lost on the opening drive of the game. Illinois gets it and moves right down the field. What a crazy game. What an insane game. There's so much more to talk about, as I'm sure Sonny and I will cover on our next show together, and kind of the aftermath of not aftermath, the kind of what's coming next after this. But for now, just enjoy this win. Just enjoy that hope is still alive for this Illinois team. You got Ohio State coming up in 2 weeks. You got Washington coming up a little bit after that, and then the rest of the schedule. If this Illinois team is who we think they are, they should be able to win the rest of these games. So go watch Ohio State, Washington today. Scout those 2 teams a little bit and get ready for it. And get ready, because football in Champaign is not leaving anytime soon. Thanks to Brett Bielema, thanks to the boys, and thanks to you for watching this episode of Talk Illini on orangeandbluenews.com, brought to you by the On3 Network. Just double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything here before we get out of here. USC, it was either drive or bust, really, for them. They had some drives and touchdown, and they only punted once. Illinois only punted once in this one. Iowa fans would not have liked this game. Only 2 punts in the game overall. But the most impressive thing is really USC didn't turn the ball over in the second half. After the beginning of the second half, so I say in the second half, they turned the ball over at the beginning of the second half, and then they didn't turn it over after that. This was a Illinois team that just plain hung with them and won. Right? Didn't just hang with them. They were the better team in this one, and all the props go to Brett Bielema and the boys being able to win late in the game and make it happen. So they had 2 drives of 5 minutes or more. That's huge. They only had 1 3 and out. They had 4 drives of 70 plus yards. Just crazy good. Looking forward, if you're going to look for some weaknesses, still have to consider the secondary a little bit. There were a number of big plays by USC. We'll go to that really fast, and you guys can take a look at that here with it. 12 plays of 15 yards or more, and that is tough. And as you look here, it kind of tells you what person stuff happened against, and Miles Scott, Dylan Rosiak, Matthew Bailey. It wasn't really like there was a there was a fish on the defense or anything like that. Like I said, Henkel did. I didn't think Henkel had the best game ever. I'll have to go watch the all 22 again just to double check that. And I do get all 22 tape of these Illinois games, so let me know in the comments, guys. Do you guys want to see stuff from that? Do you guys want to see information from that? Would have to figure out how to do that because YouTube doesn't like showing that kind of stuff every now and then. But we'll have to figure that out. I mean, me and Sunny are here to kind of deliver you guys the Illini content you want. So if you guys want certain kind of content or anything like that, put it in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts, and we'd love to provide that kind of stuff for you guys. Anyway, we'll get into weaknesses and stuff like that a little bit more, but I definitely think that this secondary, this pass defense, something that will have to be considered. But also understand USC really, really damn good pass offense. They do a really good job being able to move the ball down the field. And Jayden Maiava, so far this season, and even in this game at times, showed himself to be one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. So, but Illinois took him down. One of the best QBs in the nation, Lincoln Riley, his team took him down. Huge win, homecoming, awesome. Just great time for Illinois and the Fighting Illini and the fans. So let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. We would love to see what you guys think and party this one up, celebrate it, be happy about it, and keep on keeping on. It was a great time. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. See you later.